Welcome. Hi, everyone. So we are here for a brief flow. This is a trauma-informed class, so listen to your body, make choices that serve you moment to moment, even if they're completely different than what I'm cueing. So the goal of trauma-informed yoga, as a reminder, or if you're new here, is to create a trust in the body with the body sensations, the messages from the body to the mind, so that we can begin to regain a sense of empowerment and control and learn to regulate our nervous systems through practice in paying attention to the breath and to the body. So we're gonna start in child's pose. So you can come in traditional child's pose with the knees together, or the big toes can touch, the knees come wide, and then just coming down either to your prop or to the mat. Just settling in, allowing the body to just rest here. If you want to get a little more in the shoulders, you can begin to walk the hands to the right and allow the forehead to rest. Feeling the stretch down the left side of the body, if the arms are to the right or anywhere that you feel it, wherever you are. And then if you walked them to the right, coming to the left, allowing the forehead to rest. Taking a breath and coming back to center. Gently pushing yourself up, bringing the knees together if the knees were wide, and coming to lie on your back. So first, just taking a gentle scan of your body, just noticing any sensations you may notice. You can wiggle the toes, point and flex the feet. You can rock the ankles and rock the feet, allowing the ankles to have some movement. Bringing your hands to your thighs if that feels comfortable. Just noticing the palms as they rest against the legs. And you can have your arms by your side or anywhere else. These are only options. Just to begin to bring awareness to sensations of self-touch, bringing a hand to the belly, to the chest. Knowing that as we move throughout life, at times our breath becomes constricted. So bringing awareness of breathing in through the nose, allowing the chest to expand and then the belly. And then as you release, releasing belly, then chest. So inhaling through the nose, allowing the chest to rise, allowing the belly to rise and the ribs to expand. And then exhale, you can audible exhale out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, into the chest, into the belly, allowing the belly to rise with the breath. And exhaling, belly, chest, out the mouth. Maybe rocking your head from side to side, gentle massaging the neck. If you want some heat, you can rub the hands together. They can make circles around the body as you rub the hands, generating heat, bringing energy, awareness to the palms of the hands. And then as you pause, placing the hands over the eyes, noticing the sensation here. And then bringing the hands back by your sides or anywhere that feels comfortable. Scanning your body, taking inventory. Just noticing what you notice without judgment. Knowing that you are here. You are present. You are breath. knowing that our breath is a powerful tool that can ground and support us in our practice in life. And as we practice again and again, breath to movement, this becomes a natural way of moving through life, regulating our nervous systems, calming our minds. And then from here, placing the palms down, lifting the feet up, pointing and flexing the feet. So noticing as the feet come towards the shin, the sensation there. And then pointing, how do the legs feel? So dorsiflexing the feet, keeping the shoulders grounded, the hips grounded, then pointing the toes. Again, flexing the feet, noticing sensation, and then pointing the toes. And then you can plant the left foot, or you can extend it long. If you're going to extend it long, make sure that your hips are grounded firmly in the mat. You can place your palms to the mat as well. And then begin with a straight or bent leg, if you're able with a straight leg, to make circles with the foot, like you're painting the ceiling. It can be big or small, engaging the core, engaging the pelvis, not trying to push too hard into the mat around the spine. Can you keep a neutral spine as you circle the leg, maybe circling in the other direction? And then bringing the knee into the chest, having the left knee meet the right, extending the right leg long, or you can bend the knee, plant the foot, pointing the left toe to the ceiling, making circles, engaging the core. And for me, if I notice a popping, which I do often in my left hip, I engage my pelvic floor, engage my core, maybe making smaller circles so I can begin to build strength in the hip flexor. And then switching directions. And then hugging the knees into the chest. When you're ready, lifting the toes to the sky. You can have your feet flexed and then reaching for the toes. And then coming back down. Our core is an important part of our body that stabilizes us. So engaging through the core, lifting as if you could reach the toes, maybe you can. And then coming back down. One more time, reaching for the toes. And then coming back down, the arms can come up and overhead. The legs can come further down, or you can keep them higher up. And then on the exhale, coming into the ball. Doesn't matter how high. And then extending everything out. And then exhale, coming into a tight ball. Forehead comes to knees. And then exhale everything out one more time. Come on the exhale. And then extending out. And then from here, planting the left foot, bringing the hands back down. You can just externally rotate the hip. If you have a strap, you can use it. So the foot comes to the right, keeping the back of the hips grounded. And then coming back up. And if you want, the leg can come in, internally rotate on the way back, and then come back out. One more time. And then planting the right foot, lifting the left, externally rotating the hip, and then coming back in. You can internally rotate, coming past the belly button, coming past the midline, and then extend back out. Using your breath, listening to your body. You can always just bring knees to chest. You can massage the lower back, the mat, anything you like. And bringing the left foot back down. And then from here, you can rock back and forth, come to sitting, or roll to one side to come to seated posture. And then from here, finding a comfortable seat. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just as long as you feel comfortable. We can begin to make circles with the hips. So moving maybe clockwise to start. And then changing directions. And then cat and cow shape with the shoulders and seated. Just finding gentle movement. And then when you're ready, coming to center. And then planting the right hand, lifting the left arm up and overhead, side stretch. And then switching to the left. Back to the right. Switching to the left. Coming back to center, maybe looking from side to side, gentle movement of the neck. You can roll the neck gently if that feels good to you. And then we're going to bring the right arm across the chest. Avoid pulling on the elbow, finding a stretch through the right arm. And then switching sides. And then coming to center, arms can reach up and overhead, exhale, hands to heart center. And then coming to all fours, so wrists are under shoulders, hips are above knees, finding tabletop. And finding around a cat and cow, so the tail rises, the head rises, coming into cow. And then as you exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, coming into cat. Taking a few rounds here. I'm on my fist because I have a sore wrist per usual. So I'm just being mindful. If you have a sore wrist, you can come on fists, but if not, just come on to the hands. And then coming to center. And then from here, I'm going to cactus my right arm and lift the chest to the right. And then as I exhale, bringing the elbow to the right elbow to the left. 2 more times, opening up. And then elbow to elbow. 1 more time, reaching up. And then elbow to elbow. Planting the right hand. So same motion with the left, the cactusing the arms, the chest comes open. And then elbow comes to elbow. And then again, turning the chest. And then elbow to elbow. And then 1 more time. And then planting the hands from here, bringing the right foot over to the left. I can come back and forth. I need a stretch here for a moment, or I can just hold the stretch. And then bringing the right knee back, extending the left leg, looking to the right. Again, same options. You can rock, you can just look. And then bringing the knee back. So from here, I'm gonna start with the right foot. So we're gonna do a rocking motion with the hips. So the right foot comes back and then it comes into the chest and taps and then comes back out. So just a gentle rocking motion. And then when you're ready, the right foot is gonna come to the right. So I can plant the foot, the knee is in line with the heel, or I can flex the foot and then just rocking here back and forth. So we're not staying in the stretch, but rather finding gentle movement. Can start with the foot flexed and then bring the foot down if you want to try a different option. And then bringing the foot up further and then finding the rocking motion here. So bending into the knee and then straightening. You can have the toes up if you want to keep the legs straight and just rock here. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my right knee over my left and step back, and then come back, foot comes back behind me. And then again, knee crosses over, I sit back, and then it comes behind me. And then bringing the right knee to the left. This time we're gonna start with the left leg. So the left foot is gonna step back and then step in, step back, step in. Gentle mobility. And then stepping the left foot in line with the right knee. Again, I can start with the toes up, just rocking back and forth, or you can have the foot down, or you can play with both. And then the left foot can come up further, can have the feet pointing up. You could bend and straighten if that feels better. And then the left knee is going to come over the right, sitting back, and then coming back, crossing over, sitting back. Left foot comes behind you. Left foot comes around the knee to knee. One more time. And the knees come together, maybe taking a quick child's pose. And when you're ready, we're gonna come to tabletop. We're gonna tuck the toes, lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. So from here, you can pedal the feet, you can rock the hips from side to side. You can lift one leg at a time, pointing the toes to the mat so that if you had headlights on your hips, they would be pointing towards the mat. We don't want to lift and open unless that's what we're doing. And then walking the hands back to the feet, coming into Ragdoll. So grabbing opposite forearms, elbows. You can bring the arms up to the thighs if it's too much to come down. And when you're ready, rolling up slowly, coming to standing. From standing, I'm gonna have my feet either together or hip width distance. Palms facing forward, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, extending through the crown of the head. And then reaching the arms forward, just coming into a squat. So not quite chair, just coming to a squat and then coming back up. 2 more times. Engaging through the calves, engaging through the quads. And then coming back down, side bending. I'm gonna face you. So my right hand can come on the side of my body, reaching to the right with the left arm. We're gonna switch sides, kind of like we did seated. And then reaching the arms up and overhead, palms can meet, fingers interlace, flipping the palms, dropping the chest, bending the knees, and then coming back up, releasing the fingers. Again, interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms, come through, chest comes through, stretching through the shoulders, and then reaching up, one more time, interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms, bending the knees, dropping the chest. Coming to center, hands can come by your side. So I'm gonna turn now. So find your footing. And then from here, we're just gonna reach the right arm behind us and the left arm in front, finding a twist. And then coming to center, arms reach overhead, switching sides. Left hand comes behind you, right arm in front. Coming to center, 2 more times. And then coming back to center, arms can reach overhead, hands to heart center, closing it up. From here, I'm gonna step my right foot back and I'm gonna have heel to arch alignment. We're gonna come into warrior two. So bending into the left knee, extending through the arms, looking down the left hand, and then moving dynamically, straightening everything out. I'm gonna adjust my footing. And then bending into the left knee, engaging through the muscles, not just dumping, and then coming up, and then coming into warrior two. Coming back to warrior two, then reaching through the left arm, dropping the left forearm, reaching the right arm up and over, extended side angle. Turning the chest to the long edge of the mat. And then coming back to center, straightening the left leg, drop, reaching through the left hand. I almost went one step ahead of myself. Dropping the left arm, reaching the right arm up to 12 o'clock for triangle pose. And then bending into the left knee, coming into warrior two. Now straightening the left leg, dropping the right arm, reaching the left arm up and overhead, reversing the triangle. And then coming into warrior two. And then from here, turning the feet, the heels come in, toes come out, coming into star pose. And then bending the elbows, bending the knees, coming into goddess. Back into star. Exhaling into goddess. Inhaling into star, exhaling into goddess. From here, I can hold on to my thighs, turn the chest to the left, to the right, doesn't matter which side you start. And then coming back to star here, we're gonna parallel the feet, coming into a forward fold, so it doesn't matter how far you come down to your degree. So maybe you're all the way up here, that's okay. Maybe you're all the way down. Can bend from one knee to the other if that feels better for you. And then when you're ready, arms come out, leading with a flat back, coming into star pose. Turning the right toes in, turning the left toes forward, coming into warrior two. Hands come to heart center, come into mountain pose. So just taking a moment, orienting your feet, engaging through the legs, the hips support the spine, the shoulders roll away from the ears, extending through the crown of the head. Inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead, hands come to heart center on the exhale, stepping the left foot back, right foot forward. Heel to arch alignment, so I'm gonna turn my left toes in, bend through the right knee, coming into warrior two. And then straightening everything out, reaching up, you can look up, coming back to warrior two. Two more times, reaching up, dynamically moving, then back to warrior two. One more time. And then from here, reaching through the right arm, dropping the right forearm, reaching the left arm up and overhead. Turning the chest to the long side of the mat. And then coming back to warrior two. Now we're gonna straighten the right leg, reach through the right arm, tick-tock the arms, left arm comes up to 12 o'clock, finding triangle pose. So avoid arching in the back. Can you keep yourself engaged here in the muscles rather than dumping into the pose? Bending back into the right knee, coming into warrior two. Again, straightening the right leg, dropping the left arm, reaching the right arm overhead, reversing the triangle. And then coming back to warrior two. Now we're gonna turn the feet. So for star, the heels come in, toes come out, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, come into goddess, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Come back into star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale into star. Exhale into goddess pose. And then from here, this is where we can drop the hands. I'm going to turn my chest to the right or left, doesn't matter which side first. Pushing the knees out so they don't collapse in. And coming to star when you're ready. Now we're going to parallel the feet and come into a forward fold. So maybe you just come right here. Maybe you use props, maybe you come all the way down. And when you're ready, walking yourself back up. Airplane the arms, coming with a flat back into star. Turning the right toes, turning the left toes in to come into warrior two. And then hands to heart center, stepping to the top of your mat. Taking a breath, reorienting here. And when you're ready, reaching the arms up and overhead. Exhale, coming into a forward fold, bending the knees. Exhale, halfway lift. Take a breath. Allow a stretch down the back of the legs. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift, looking towards the top of your mat. Pausing here. Exhale, forward fold. And then I'm gonna step back into downward facing dog. Again, you can pedal the knees, you can rock the hips from side to side. If you want, you can lift the right foot, keeping the hands firmly planted. I'm gonna bend my right knee, open up the hip here. You can circle the knee or remain still. And then coming back down, just switching sides if you did the first side. And bend the knee, or you can just do down dog or one leg down dog. And then coming back down, knees drop, come into a seated posture. So from here, I'm going to come to a 90-90 shape of the legs. So the knees are at 90 and 90. I'm going to turn my chest towards the front of the mat. You can stay here, you can come down to forearms. If you want more dynamic movement, you can come back and forth. Just noticing what your body wants. You can always take half pigeon if you prefer that. And then walking yourself back up, coming to center. We're going to switch sides. So just bringing the knees to the other side, turning the chest, and then either coming down onto forearms. You can move the leg further back for more. And when you're ready, coming back up, extending the legs in front of you. You can reach for the toes, find a stretch down the back of the legs. And then coming back up, bringing the soles of the feet together so the feet can come further away to the body or closer, and then hinging forward, finding a stretch here. You can wiggle through the sit bones, get them even. If you want more, grabbing the bottoms of the feet, you can push the legs down for a stretch in the hips, but being mindful. And then when you're ready, coming back up, planting the feet, rocking the knees from side to side, gentle movement of the hips. And then again, extending the legs long. You can just pull the knee into the chest. You can grab the foot. Avoid leaning back, so coming upright, even if you have to bend the knee. And then just switching sides as you gently plant the right foot. You can keep the knee bent and just pull the knee to the chest or straighten the leg, straighten it a little all the way, bring it further up. And then gently coming back down, maybe shaking the legs out and then coming on your back. So I'm gonna bring my feet where the heels touch my middle finger and then grounding down through my shoulders. I'm gonna engage my glutes, engage my hamstrings coming into bridge pose. So a lot of people dump in the low back. Can you use the muscles of the legs? Engage the glutes. And then coming back down on the exhale, taking a breath. Inhaling here. Exhaling into bridge. And coming back down, hugging the knees into the chest. can do one knee at a time, both knees. You can switch back and forth. Maybe finding a supine twist, bringing the right knee over, extending the right arm long, looking to the right. Bringing the knees back to center if you did a twist, tugging knees into the chest, extending the right leg long, left knee can come over, left arm reaches out, maybe looking to the left. Coming back to center, maybe taking happy baby or any final movement your body is calling for. Be plow pose, happy baby. You can rock the knees from side to side. And when you're ready, extending everything long, or you can keep the soles of the feet on the earth if that feels better for you. Palms can be facing up or on your body. Shoulders can relax, allowing yourself to rest. Softening the creases around the eyes, releasing the jaw. Allowing the body and the mind to rest here. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you need. And when you exit, moving with intention and stillness so that you can bring your sense of calm with you throughout your day, throughout your week. I wish you peace. I wish you light even in the midst of darkness. I wish you healing throughout your day, throughout your week. May you take in something that you need with each breath and release what you don't with each exhalation. I bow in honor of all of you and of the sacred practice. Namaste. See you next time.